Hello, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's rant is going to be titled, Stop Getting Offended on the Behalf of Others. Because a lot of the time when we're talking to people and, we're in group conversations or even when we're talking to people in general, they tend to get offended on the behalf of other people. And I think that this is extremely disrespectful because when you talk for other people and when you get offended on the behalf of others, what it really is saying is that you think that that person is too fucking stupid to know what's going on and you're speaking for them. It's very disrespectful if you really think about it. And it comes off as supportive and sweet and caring and considerate. But it's actually very, very fucking offensive. And I especially see this, in regards to race, where different races will get, offended on the behalf of other races. And I see this a lot with blacks, where another race will get offended on the behalf of black people. And I was always taught that you shouldn't speak for another race, it's not good to speak up for another race and tell them how they feel. So I actually think it's really offensive when whites or Asians or Hispanics or Native Americans, like whoever it is, like if they were to speak up for black people, I think that that's actually really disrespectful. And I think it's actually racist, Because, again, you're trying to tell them that they're too stupid to understand what's going down and what's being said. And it's really disrespectful and condescending. And, you don't know how someone else feels. So who the fuck are you to speak for somebody else? I see this all the time, too, when it comes to, group chats, because I am a person that likes to partake in various group chats. And when I'm in certain group chats, I'll see people get offended on the behalf of other people. And I'm like, dude, relax. If she has a problem with me, then she's definitely going to let me know. Or she can message me privately and tell me what's going on, You don't have to be that white knight in shining armor that, defends the honor of a woman like it's the fucking medieval times or whatever time where knights were, It's just hilarious how these guys will pretend to care about these women and care about them. And, they're obviously just trying to get laid or they're trying, they have some ulterior motive. And it's just hilarious. Don't talk to her that way. It's just, oh, my God, it's so pathetic, dude. And these women know this. No woman is sleeping with a white knight. They don't like that. They do not like that shit. And they want nothing to do with that kind of shit. But it's really offensive. And I'll give you guys an example of what I'm talking about, which was really offensive, is when that is kind of similar to this, is when in America, they were requiring, I don't know if it was certain counties or certain states, or if it was federal, but in America, they were requiring people to get IDs to vote in elections. And they were saying that black people didn't know how to get IDs or would have a hard time figuring it out. And it sounds like you care and it sounds like you're being considerate and caring or whatever, but it's actually very fucking offensive because you're literally saying that they're too stupid to get an ID. It's so condescending and fucking disrespectful. And I just don't understand why people think it's cute to get offended on the behalf of other people. And other people will even say that. I've seen people in group chats that are like, don't speak out for me. You're not me. Don't tell me how I feel. He's asking me. And, it's rude to do that. I was always told not to speak up for other people unless they ask you to. Now, if they ask you to, and they ask you to be an ally and to help them spread a message and speak for them or speak with them about something, and they've literally said it's okay for you to do that, then absolutely. But, if they don't ask you to, then I just don't understand why you would. It's not polite and it's very disrespectful in my opinion. But, as this channel, I have my different rants and different opinions that I share, and feel free to disagree with me. That's totally fine, and you don't have to watch, so if you don't like it, then don't watch. That's the freedom of this platform. You can watch what you want. So anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Thank you for listening, and have a good one, guys. Goodbye.